Light me up, don't you stop, 'cause tonight it's on the line. Show me how you get on down. Close my eyes, take me for a ride.
Hey guys, I hope you are all well. Welcome back to my channel for another vlog, and it's an exciting one. There's no horsey clothes on. I was going to say there's no horses in sight, but we're going to go down. We're going to the yard in a second, so you will have a little sneaky peek of Spritey and Lola. But we're actually off on a road trip, so I've just got to Mum's. I need to transfer my stuff from my car into my mum's because I'm driving my mum's. We're only going for one night, but as you can imagine, I have probably got stuff that would probably last me a week because I'm not quite sure what I'm wearing tomorrow yet or anything like that. I'll worry about that in the morning. But I'm taking Mum's car because Mummy D is coming along. She's coming for the road trip. Whoop, whoop. And we are going on an exciting one. So today is all about travel. It's actually about lunchtime. It's been a very relaxed morning actually. We've been schooling before it got too warm. Thankfully the clouds have come over now, so it's not actually that warm. But Spritey was very good, and I even took little Miss Nala up with me. And she just ran around, so she's tired. She's going to spend the afternoon with Grampy, and then Chris is going to come and pick her up from here. As I said, we're only going for one night, but we're heading up to Walsall near Birmingham, and we are going for a factory tour around Albion, which I feel a little bit geeky, but I'm really interested. So we're going to see how they take a template of a horse. So like I did with Lola, take a template of her back, and then that goes to Albion, and then they make a saddle that then fits that template. Amazing, amazing, and I honestly cannot wait to see how it's all done. So I have been very fortunate to work with Albion probably now just over 12 months. To be fair, it all got a little bit delayed with everything with the pandemic, but I then got the most gorgeous saddle. Thought I would do this whilst I was here. So here are my gorgeous Albion saddles. I love the fleece. Oh, that's not on quite properly. The lovely fleece covers that come with it. So I have got, I've also got a beautiful Albion girth too. I have got one of their new K3s, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's got the gorgeous glitz there on the back, which is now available in lots of different colours. And you've got the glitz there, and then on the back of the knee roll as well. And it's also on the front. It is just absolutely gorgeous, and it has improved my riding so much. My lower leg is so much better than what it used to be. And when you jump in bigger jumps, or maybe a cheeky buck from Miss Lola, it is so much better. But first, before I had the K3, I always rode in a K2 Legend dressage saddle. It is a little bit older, but Albion lasts for absolute years, and I absolutely love it. It really makes me feel like a real posh rider. That's the way that I describe it, riding in an Albion. Especially dressage, when you're there and you're looking all neat and straight, and yeah, it just makes you sink in, and you can just feel the horse's movement so well. And the K3 is also a mono flap, whereas the K2, which was really popular with Albion, that was actually something that I was originally looking for. They then brought out the K3, which is mono flap, so it just gives you that real close contact feel with the horse underneath you, which is absolutely the dream, basically, the dream. And when it all came about me working with Albion, I literally was like a little kid at Christmas. It was so exciting. So to be going up there, having a factory tour, I honestly cannot wait. We've also got an Albion bridle in there as well, and an Albion breastplate. I have to say, something I really noticed when I swapped bridles with Lola is how little she sweats underneath it, because of the even pressure that is created by this headpiece. So it's in two parts, connected, and has got beautiful, everything with Albion is beautifully padded. I find that she barely sweats underneath it. And the best thing about their bridles is they can be completely tailored made to your horse's head shape. So I'm not going to say a strange size head. Sprite, I find, is a little bit like that actually. Some things she's cobbing, and other bits she's a full in. And with the Albion bridles, you can literally make it completely custom tailor-made. So you can have cheek pieces that are a cob, a headpiece that is full, and even a pony-sized noseband if that is what you needed. So it makes it the ultimate fit to your horse. So yeah, anyways, we're going to find out a lot more about that, obviously, when we're up there. Question is Mummy D ready?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, have you got a lorry?
How much stuff have you got? Are you bringing your whole wardrobe? Right, let's load the car up and get on the road.
Come back, doggy.
I'll say bye to you, Foxy, sorry. See you later.
Chris coming to pick her up, is he?
He doesn't know it yet, but I will tell him. We finally made it. It may have taken a little bit longer. We got in a bit of traffic. It's very nice. Very, very nice. And it's got a restaurant next door, so we're going to go down, have some food, or are we going for a walk first, Mum? Mum wants to do a walk. She does a walk every day. So I said, oh, we'll do a walk when we get up there, but I wasn't expecting to be up here. What time is it? 7 o'clock, but food, yeah, food is till 8, so settle for a minute and chill and then go get some food. They've got a nice little terrace next door.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Go have some dinner. We had a lovely meal. Now it's time for beddy boys. Night, Mum.
Night, Emily.
You are awake. Time to get our sleep ahead of a busy and fun-filled day tomorrow. I'm really excited. Really excited. I'm trying to find the email, to be fair, to find out exactly what time it is that we've got to be there. I'm sure it's 10 o'clock, but you know, when you want to just like confirm it. So that is my task before going to sleep, and be on time. Do not want to be late, which I am most of the time. So no, not to be late is the aim of the game. So good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
I don't wanna stay here, no. Ain't gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe, striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind.
10 minutes till we need to leave and I can't decide. I've got 2 different outfits. This is one which I am quite liking, but I just don't know if this pattern is a little bit too much for me. It just looks very white all the way down. So then I suppose... And I've got my deck shoes to wear with that. And then sliding in as an option C, which I never even mentioned, is this top. You're going with this. I'll wear this. To be fair, this is nice and cool. So yeah, let's pack up all our stuff. Mum's looking pretty organised. I'm not, because obviously all my outfit changes are there. So let's get packed up and get on the road. I have allowed loads of time, just in case, you know, we get lost or anything. I am a country girl in a city. I'm not used to these sort of roads, but I'm sure I'll be fine. I did quite well to get here yesterday. Only one slight little turn off left too early.
Gotta understand, we get one chance, you will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause
You've got 16 minutes to get there. And we've arrived. It was nice, super easy to find actually. Just met Kath and Sherry, who is the owner, and I first dealt with Annie, who is her daughter. But we are here, so let's head on in. There we go. I'm having a sneaky peek already. I'm probably not allowed. This is the showroom. Oh my goodness. We're just waiting for one more to arrive. We've got William Fox Pitt, Will Rowling, we've got Charlotte. Oh, this feels very deja vu familiar. So it's all being filmed as well. Just add that in. And yeah, as I say, we're just waiting for one more person and then the tour will begin.
Get together, so it's quite exciting for all of us. So we brought you up here today because we really wanted to, all Albion riders and all have seen us sort of out in the field, and we wanted to give you the opportunity to see how all the information we get back from field is turned into your saddle. So lines on pieces of paper into this beautiful masterpiece. So we are very lucky to have Stuart Anakin, who's our training director with loads of experience of everything to do with saddle making. Nick Stone, who is our developer, our saddle developer, so he does a lot of the design, so if anybody's got anything a little bit out there, he's the one that will ponder over how we can make it work. And then our owner and founder, Sherry Belton, who is wonderful in the field, and I know some of you have had the pleasure of her to come and fit your saddles as well, which was very exciting as well, and obviously the riders that she's worked with for many years.
We're going to start off by showing you the first thing we do with the saddles before we even start. And it's all about templating, and it's making sure that this is the correct fit for your horse. Now, William and Emil have seen this many times before, I'm sure. You haven't seen it so much, once or twice. So what we do is we draw a diagram. Okay? And this diagram is, it's five lines, and we always put in the longitudinal template. This is the most important part for us. Okay? And the reason it's the most important part is so that you can see what shape your horse's back is. The next thing we do is we have a tree on here, and this tree actually isn't a very good fit. It's probably a standard 17.5 medium wide. This contraption is our fitting, our metal fitting horse, and what we do is every saddle that comes in to the factory, every template we take, whether it's for a horse today or a horse tomorrow, it's whether this is correct or not. We pop it on and we decide, has it got the clearances, does it fit, is it going to work?
What do we think it's going to work?
Do you think it's going to work?
Currently, no. Very well
No,
there.
it could work.
It could work,
It could work. We could actually stuff this correctly
Yeah.
and make it work. But it would be an average saddle for an average horse. It's not the perfect fitting. And that's what makes it important that everything we do is correct. And over the years, the horses have changed, they have evolved, and we have to work very carefully and make sure everybody gets the right thing on the right day.
The account with Albion, so we ensure that, so we can.
Really interesting.
Well, it's important for the horse welfare, and they're all trained on templating, so that we bring them in for trainings, they can have this level of knowledge, and we can bring it right back to this level.
Because most people buy a saddle because it's comfy, not because it fits the horse.
And that's sort of what we're hoping to also, with the help of all of our influencers, well, really demonstrate that with Albion, not only as we go through, we're going to show you how we fit the rider as well, but we start by fitting the horse, and then how we can build it up to that custom fit.
So I've just asked how you can tell from the template that it is going to be flat backed, because I'll be honest, I've now stood here and wondering what Lola's is like, and I've seen this many times, but I don't actually know.
Right, so what you do is you look at the back. So you've got the wither, and the back is flat all the way through.
Oh, I
Okay? So from the wither point, you're going flat, flat, flat.
Ah.
And usually it doesn't rise.
doesn't rise.
This one does rise, but you look at that and it's still flat.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
But this is where we have the difficulties, the junction here.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
I take it these guys are all happy with me filming. Yeah.
Then when that's all built up, sandwiched with the heat activated resin, that's all built up, and the whole mould is carried over to the oven here. So once all the 6 layers are on the oven, so all the air is drawn out, and the whole wood, the mould, everything's all drawn onto the mould. Then the hood comes down, bakes it for about 20 minutes to activate the resin. 20 minutes to set the resin. Once the resin's set, you're left with a formed blank. That's your basic frame for your tree. That candle is then fitted to the tree, glue, stapled, and then the glue is left to set overnight, so that is solid. Once that is set, the tree is then sanded, shaped, finished, trued up to exactly what you need for your model.
That's done by hand.
That's done. We use the linishing machine over there, and then finish it off by hand rasp, just to get the exact shape of the model. That just takes the bulk off, and then it's all hand finished with the rasp after. To a liquid PVA, that seals in all the moisture to stop the wood drying out and splintering and fracturing. After it just keeps the mud supple, stops it cracking, stops it drying out. That is your blank, and then that goes into steelwork, which is in there. Components, gullets, stirrup bars, springs, cantle line. All those are hand riveted to the blank that you've got there. All drilled by hand, and then all hand riveted down with your rivets there. Then once all your steel works on, you're then ready for the fitting. Range of fittings, you can have a template, which you quite custom made to your saddle that you want yourself. We also have another range of fittings from your narrow thoroughbred, which longer points, drop down stirrup bars for the narrower horse. You have the wide fitting, which is a warm blood. We raise the bars on that for the wider fits. But on the wider fits, we also do a hoop. So these are different. You have a hoop fit, and a wide fit. That's it, you through. Final pass. This is our jig, where all the trees we check for squareness. So it's placed on the jig. We can check for symmetry. So the points are level, the seats level, the bollars are the correct height. The cantle's in the middle. And also the cantle is square to the front of the tree, so you don't get any twist in the trees. So unless the tree's square, then it doesn't leave there.
We then move on, which again is forming the seats, but we use a belly, which gets attached to the back of the cantle, stapled and screwed down, which then takes it to this. But this also gets put on the jig to be checked, so there's no gaps and we know that everything's sitting true. So we add these seats, and then we add a layer of latex after for comfort.
And that latex is glassed down
Yeah, that's
to
hand
each
lashed.
model. So at that point, this is all still very hand processed and eye and experience to get the complete definition for each seat for each rider.
A lot of the seats, people will ask for extra felt under the head for a higher head. I mean, there's that many different options we can do with the seats. A lot of options.
And that's where, when we get the information back from the saddle fitter out in the field, where the two come together.
Yeah.
So the very detailed custom fit, we will have variations on the tree and then on the seat. And that's before we've even moved on to the other side. Wowzers, I feel a little bit like mesmerised listening to all of that, isn't it? It is very interesting. So a lot of it is all hand, isn't it? Like they've got all the machines there, but actually a lot of it, and to get that attention to detail, a machine just can't do. Like he said, it takes off the bulk of it, but those final details need to be done by hand to get that absolute perfect fit. We're now, like you see, we've headed back outside, and now we're having a look to see how they prep the leather. Guys, the smell's just gone up a notch. All you can smell. Lush. And even if we don't have it, we could probably try and source it as well.
No way. So these are all the colours that you could have your saddle made in?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so you could have a full-on red saddle?
If you wanted to, yeah.
Wow.
So that's the painting, the welting, and it goes over the top of the blocks.
Yeah.
This is what we put on people's cantles, these patterns and things, and stirrup loops. But if you wanted it done, you probably wouldn't, because you'd wear off the pattern quite quickly. So I would advise, but there's the glitz. But if you wanted a red or a green
there's the one
saddle.
I've got, so I've got that. Didn't realise that you had such like vibrant stuff for the...
Yeah.
Hi.
3 months straight away, so you do that left way.
Left.
way.
Right, no.
Where that's
Sorry.
he
Oh, no, did it?
Yeah, he did it. There you go. And now he's basically it, to be fair, it is.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to do a couple more now. We'll start it up and I'll show you. It's really simple to use. This
So
part
is it left? So it was what I did. Left.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
It's all from there.
Saves a lot of time.
This is vacuumed underneath, which holds it all down.
That's it. So a little work then down in a minute. Then it will draw some lines on.
Draw some lines.
See, this has already been marked up, so as you can see, she's marked the scars, any blemishes at all. So we'd be looking then to try and get this to fit kind of inside there, so we know that that's going to be good when that's on the finished side. Obviously, the human eye is a lot better than looking under there. So, but yeah, once everything's cut out, it then goes through the crowd sort. See how much work actually goes in from once it's been cut. I mean, the amount of machining that's done, the forming the block, obviously the crystals, the paintings, the wear strip. I mean, the work is, there's a lot of work that goes into platinum revelation, is it? Yeah. This is Sherry's personal saddle. So this is one of the first things that we ever did. When we came up with the concept, we wanted to be able to have a block, a knee roll, for you guys, where so you could adjust it and have it wherever you want. So, Sherry, do you want to take over and explain it? Or?
You can ride without the blocks, or you can put whatever block shape you want onto it, and it allows you to put the block in exactly the correct position, which is really important for a rider. I mean, sometimes riders, they want to stand a position, and that's fine, because they ride so many horses. I mean, the Wills and Emil, they ride so many horses every day that they just want to stand a position generally. But some riders like to have their blocks in different shapes, different places, so you can move this block wherever you want it to. So depending on the rider, you sit them in this and they just put the block exactly where they want it.
We recently made a saddle for a para rider who wanted a reverse teardrop block, flat edge to the leg and really high, so that we could do this, and they sent photographs of the exact position and we were able to reproduce that exactly.
Yep. Amazing.
So obviously they'll fit it exactly how they want it. Even if you want to do it that way, down there like that. They will take photos, we know the block positions, and the talented guys now, they will then put the block onto exactly where it is, recover it, and we'll send the saddle out and it should fit it exactly how you want it to go.
This is how we start, so we get a seat. And this is called blocking the seat, which is... Every saddle has this. This is how it starts.
This is all hand done.
Yeah, this is all hand done. Yeah. These are called bulldogs. They're a type of plier. So this is all put on with temporary staples, and as you can see, we go around forming the shape, taking out all the stretch, all the wrinkles. We put onto the tree again, and it's had this piece added in and skirts, and then we re-pull this all on until it all level. Years to sort of muscle memory to get the feel, so you know how much to pull it, where you can see where the skirts are going to sit in and lie, get the tensions all correct.
And if you do pull it too much, does it need to be, can it be fixed or?
Yep. So we also use this to put the seams into place, flapping, so that it sits. So you've got a gap there and there.
How many years have you been making saddles?
28 years.
28. And how long does it take to learn this process? And
I did a 4-year apprenticeship, and then I came to Albion, and then I've been working here for a long time, since the 2000. So I've been here quite a long time. To do the other side of the flap, we then have to match that up exactly. Even, so I need to undo that, bring it up, and it's got to match exactly both sides.
Looks good, doesn't it? That's your K3 and that's your K2.
It's horrendous.
Thanks for all the hard work everybody's put into it.
It should be on the shelf. This is the flock we use now. It's a Jacob's wool, very lovely and soft, much better than the old flock that we used to use years and years ago. Is it synthetic? No, it's pure Jacob's wool.
By the way, Simon's a great stuffer.
I think you would need.
He's a fabulous stuffer, so you are in very good hands. So Simon he'll guide you all the way through it. Okay?
What you choose, you grab a piece of flock, nothing too small, and it's just, once it's in, you need to know where you want to put it. Right to the corner, not pushing too hard.
no,
Regulated.
that's not going to come poking. It won't come through the leather or anything like that.
That's why they're quite blunt at the end. So
Okay.
So what you have to try and do is remember where the last piece went.
How big a track? Like that? Is that okay?
Because what happens is that piece of there to that. Something like that. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And it's
Oh, we're going quite easy.
so what I do, I keep my hand on top of the panel.
There.
Try and
Okay.
think where it's going. There's nothing on the flat as well. Just have a little wiggle around. So you do it down here now, aren't you?
Yes.
So, well, I don't go. But left, right, in the centre.
Right. Sorry, I'm messing up your pattern now, aren't I?
It can be fixed, don't worry about that.
It's quite, I mean, I expect you do this obviously every day, but it's quite therapeutic.
I'll use the music and I do, I just put it in. Well.
Happy with their performance, Sherry?
This is where you're based every day. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, amazing. Thank you very much. And then watch how it's done. It's fine, it was recording, I knew it was going to turn off. See the technique. Have I messed it up a lot?
No. Good, actually.
Ah, thanks.
For someone who's never done it before. Is that the first time?
Yeah, first time. Obviously I've watched it be done before, but I've never given it a go.
It's weird.
When was the last time you rode in the jump saddle?
1972.
It's about the support each rider wants.
Okay.
And different riders have different feel, and they know what they like. And in the best will in the world, we can't tell a rider what they want to feel.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that, and it does all that. So that is it. At the end, this is the finished product that you would see with a higher cantle or a lower cantle, whatever you choose to have.
So yeah,
Right,
lovely.
so-
Thank you.
Lunch.
We are going to move on to lunch. So thank you guys for a little tour.
Yeah, thank
We're going to the Leather Museum, which
Okay, so we're back into our cars and we're now heading to the Leather Museum for a spot of lunch. But I am feeling, we've learned so much today, learning exactly how a saddle is made from scratch and how much work goes into it. So when you get those messages and saying like it's going to take a few weeks, you can literally see why now. And the attention to detail, all the colours that you can get now on these saddles is absolutely amazing, and obviously they have evolved with time. Just getting that absolute perfect fit is so important to them for the horse, and then of course building it up from that tree to then fit us as riders and how we like the saddles to be. But they can just be so personalised, so customised to whatever you like, and everybody all likes their saddles different. So yeah, like my knee blocks, I was talking about that at the end, my knee blocks had to be moved slightly because of the shape of my legs. So obviously we all know I am a rather short person, and I've actually got quite a long thigh compared to my knee down, so my knee blocks needed to be moved, and now I can appreciate how they move it on, because that is one component that then it all comes together there at the end. So yeah, I'm gonna go and have a bit of lunch, and then got to get my thinking cap on because we need to ask some questions and I don't know what to ask. Mum's like, are you gonna get out? Are you gonna film this? Are you gonna film it? I'm like, you're more on it than I am. Mum should be the new vlogger, do you think?
No,
Yeah?
thank you.
We're all gathered around a little bit of circle time. I'm ready to ask some questions.
Barry, I'm a dressage rider, an old one. I've been around for very long. I started Albion when Sherry came out last minute when we were in quarantine to go to Sydney to the Olympics, when she fit me with my first Albion then. And I still actually ride in that same saddle every day.
I'm William Foxbird. I'm as old as he is. I've been around with Albion for a long time, in fact since 1987, before any of you probably even thought of. My mother decided that I couldn't do dressage anymore in a jumping saddle, and I was going to the junior national studying the dressage saddle, so she said, like, Albion's going to be Albion, it's got to be English, Albion. And we came up Weston Park, Sherry was there, and we met Sherry at Weston Park. And from there, we established a relationship that it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, we're still talking.
Test of time.
You know, that shows in itself, I think, you know, enough to say that I've worked with them over the years and really been through a massive amount of change in the sport, in the horses, and in everything. And it's just been so good to have worked together. You know, I said, right, I need this is going to happen, that's got to happen. Sherry says, can do this, can't do that, and it's been a good time.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Will Rawlin, sort of next generation of
Thanks for making us feel good.
and I have been part of Albion for a year, and I would like to think that we're going to have a very good relationship, long-standing relationship like William has, and that's partly why I wanted to be part of Albion, because I can see how well they've looked after William and the relationship that they've had, and that's what I look in sponsorship and partnerships, is to have a long-term relationship. So yeah, it's great to be part of them.
I'm Emma Blundell from Mount St John, and we're breeding and training dressage horses. I actually started out Freestyle, who I bought as a foal, and when she was 4 and 5, I was riding her and training with Emil, and I had an Albion on her then. Obviously now she's with Charlotte and unfortunately missed out on going to the Olympics, but hopefully I'll be back fit and ready for the World Equestrian Games next year. And more recently I've joined fully Team Albion, and I'm competing on another horse that I've had from a foal now, VIP, and she's just done her first couple of internationals, and yeah, exciting to see how that goes. But it's made a big difference for me moving back to the Albion saddle and how it's gone with her. So yeah, very excited. But we've got a lot of youngsters coming through. We work with quite a few different riders and different horse shapes because it's what we breed. So it's nice having saddles that fit a lot of different horses, and we can adapt and adjust to whatever we need. And as the horses are growing, because obviously from 4-year-old all the way through to Grand Prix, there's a lot of change even within the same horse. So it's nice to be able to work with the team and keep adjusting things and adapting as the horses grow and develop.
At new saddles, usually I go down to William with the jumping saddles, and he test rides everything for us, and that works very well. And that's worked well over many, many years. And we just keep trying different saddles. And William likes them or he doesn't like them, and they either stay or they go. That's how it works.
Yeah.
And that's what we've done all the way through. So sometimes they are lovely and sometimes they're not. But you know, we don't know until we try them.
Yeah.
That's the biggest, I think, thing we've found so far, is finding what works for each individual.
Like one of the things that I was very closely involved with, and I heard Sherry talking about today, was the detachable knee block and the kind of pretty one that goes behind your calf. I never quite know what that does, but that looks good in the picture. Sorry. The knee roll, it's so good to be able to put that according to where is your position. Do you come quite forward? Are you a bit further back? Where do you want your knee roll? So having those in Velcro, for me, for a lanky person, is absolutely a godsend. But I don't know many other companies that do that.
Do you change your blocks on different horses? So obviously you always know what stirrup length you are, but if you've got the same saddle you might use on 1 or 2 horses, will you change the block according to the horse?
You can do. I mean, I would very rarely change my blocks actually, because they're kind of set. Most of my horses have their own saddles,
Yeah.
so it's all kind of rather set in place. And you know, I've from day one that's been in the right place. But sometimes you think, oh, maybe I could, you know, like a little horse. I would ride a shorter on than a great big barrel thing that can take up more legs. So then you go, oh, on him, I'm just going to block a bit for like Stunning was
very
he taught us a lot.
Yes.
You know, Stunning was a short, he's 16.3, but really short back horse. And you know, everyone looks at me and goes, oh God, 18-inch saddle at least, 18-inch saddle. And you go, okay, and you put it on the horse, and it's well past his last rib, and it's completely, you can't do it. And actually, on him, you know, I rode him around European Championships and Burley in a 17-inch.
Killed him if I jumped them. I absolutely can't see a stride to save my life. And I did try, I tried a lot. But no, I don't jump them. I think for us, pole work certainly we do. But for us, our horses are very valuable. And I think you need to be really good at it to do it, for it to be a benefit. I'm sure it can help them, but I'm terrible at it, so I stick to other ways. Pole work, yes we do, but as far as jumping is concerned.
Do you not even do bounces? I would have thought counter bounces would be really good.
Yeah, but then I've got to come in the right stride.
You can put a place in pole.
I get that wrong.
Like long pieces of counterpulse.
No, I think, I mean, personally, I think if you ride technically correct, you don't need to. If you train your horse, I don't think
Most
you need
people
to.
don't. Most people need help.
Well, that's why they're trainers. To go to your trainer to get help.
Important for the young ones to do quite an all-round education, so I'm very lucky I've got Tori, who's with me today, who is from an eventing background, and she starts all the young ones now. I don't do the 4 and 5-year-olds, and so they do get to have fun and go hacking and canter around all the fields every week, and they do pole work every week. And I think it's really important. And I think it just gets them different experiences and all-round education. And I think yeah, when they're growing up, that's a nice thing to experience. So I'm lucky to have Tori on the team who has that skill, because I also can't see a stride. And so yeah, Tori gets to do that part.
I've seen Tori ride, and Tori has some stickability as well, don't you? There's a bravery test with these young horses.
Yeah.
Paul and I started Albion in 1984, somewhere around there. That's quite a long time ago, but we sort of chugged along, and we started off with a small factory, and then we had a second factory on Calmer Hill. Everybody remembers that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it grew. It got bigger and bigger. And then we moved into the building we've got in Warsaw, a big square building. And now I'm gradually hoping to step back a little bit and watch the world go by. But it's been fun. It's been a fabulous journey. You know, I've been abroad a lot, and I've done a lot of work abroad, you know, many times, and it's been great fun, and I've really enjoyed it. It has been a wonderful experience, and all the different horses I've met and riders, and you know, it's been amazing going to Burley and seeing you at, you know, in Aachen, I think. I met you at Aachen, yes. And William, we went to Burley several times, and it goes on. But I've enjoyed my world. You know, it's you know, all the riders and the people that I've met through the years. It's been great fun, and I don't regret it at all. It's been lovely. It's been a lovely experience.
And there's been an Albion saddle in every Olympics since you founded Albion.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure, a lot more than one. Well, exactly. We've met everyone, yeah, so it's been a very successful journey, hasn't it?
It has been a successful journey, and you know, Stuart and Nick have been with me all the way through, and Jen's been with us for quite a while. And you know, the craftsmanship that we have in the company, the longevity of the craftsmanship is what makes it work. And who I've been married to for 30-something odd years now. He was a rider as well, so we both rode. He was a much higher level rider than I was. And we did a lot of development work on the products going forward. So with William and Emil, there's a huge amount of development work over the years that we've done. And basically, we designed and we developed and we pushed the market forward to have, you know, so that riders could have the saddles they wanted, because not everybody wants a wide seat or a narrow seat, and it's very peculiar to the individuals. So that's how we did it. But it took a long time to get that first foothold in the market, because at the time nobody knew us. You know, we were completely unknown, and it's gradually come right.
I think that's something that's fairly unique to you, is that you've always sent your saddles to be tested by professionals to make sure that whatever you produce is what riders would want, and that's something that's, I think, incredibly unique in the world.
Yeah, you've done that as well, William. I think from the jumping saddle and from the dressage saddle point of view, it is a unique position that we've had, because actually you can make wonderful saddles and you can look at them and you think they look absolutely fabulous, and you sit on them and you go, no.
Before you all depart, we do have a little goodie bag for you all to take home.
Not why we can.
Go on.
Sure.
Just a big reveal.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Mum's got a goodie bag too. Is it Polly? Yeah. Oh. That's just saying that you now need to get out riding with me, Mum, alright? Thank you very much. Coming home, trees. We're almost home. They looked a bit dull, to be fair. We've done very well for time. We haven't had any traffic. Oh, touch wood, we're not actually home yet. But we haven't had any traffic like we did on the way up, and it's been quite a nice drive home. Just thought with the coming home trees that now was a good time to end the vlog. I hope you guys have enjoyed following behind the scenes, seeing the factory at Albion, talking to Will, Emma, William Fox Pitt, and of course the lovely Cherie, who was really lovely to meet for the first time. Obviously, like I said, I have been a influencer, supported rider for Albion now just over a year, and it was so lovely to finally meet the team, and every single person that I spoke to was just so lovely, and it really shows that Albion is obviously a very good company to work for, because everyone had worked there for like 15 years plus. Everyone I asked, oh, how long have you worked here? It's been like 22 years, 18 years, and almost retiring. The attention to detail, like I obviously knew saddles, there was a lot of that goes into creating a saddle, but I don't think I quite appreciated just how much does, and I really hope that I have been able to capture that for you guys to be able to see it too. Working from that template, now I understand about the templates and how it goes onto those sheets, and then they've obviously got that, I can't remember what they've called it already, but like that mechanical thing where they set it all up and then they've got to make sure that it sits in balance on that before obviously it leaves the factory. And then just seeing how it builds up, so from the horse's template, all the different layers, the tree. And yes, they've got machines around there that do the bulk of the work, not even the bulk of the work, but like sanding down things. But to actually get it down to that absolute perfect fit, it's so much handwork. And yeah, it was really, really nice and so interesting to see every single stage, and then obviously the gorgeous finished article. You can customize it so much, and yeah, and it's lovely to be working and supported by a British brand that has been around for many, many years. Did Cherie say that they founded Albion in the 1980s? So yeah, it's been around an awful lot of years, and like I said, it's a privilege to work with such a lovely team, and a British team at that. So yeah, just want to say a huge thank you to and for Kath for organising it, and everybody there, the lovely lunch that they put out for us, and it was just a really enjoyable, interesting day that, yeah, I just want to say thank you very much to the Albion team for the invite. And of course, thank you very much for our lovely goodie bags. Even Mum got one as well, which I think she was quite surprised by, and got an umbrella. Funnily enough, when we first got in there, I saw an umbrella on a hook and I went, ooh, that's nice, and we've both come away with one of those. There is as well, obviously, a lot of other things in that goodie bag, which I will pop a little quick video over the top of this just showing what's in there. There's like bandages, there's also a brow band for us to give away. Keep your eyes peeled on Instagram for that giveaway coming soon for you guys. And yeah, it was just such a lovely day. Hope you guys enjoyed it too, and if you did, please do give it a thumbs up, leave a cheeky comment, and hit that all important subscribe button if you don't already. Otherwise, I am going to carry on our journey. It is 6:25. I reckon we'll probably be home for about 7, which isn't bad at all. And I will see you guys all very soon. Bye!